Lanny Setka, and then Joe Gatlin, followed by Bruce Senator.
Good morning, Commissioners. Over the last few days, we all learned that the Port of Los Angeles had knowingly allowed and aided China shipping in violating major environmental provisions of the 2004 settlement against the port for building the China shipping terminal without disclosing and mitigating the environmental impacts on the community. Another way to put this is the port could care less about the health and well-being of the local residents when they built the project, and even after being sued and paying $50 million, they continue to care less about the health and well-being of the local residents by simply pretending that they do not exist. This total disregard for the rights and dignity of the community can only be interpreted as a condescending insult. Regardless of who's at fault or what the justifications were, this is the same apparatus the residents of the harbor area are now depending on for their economic well-being via waterfront development. Not surprisingly, the current scaled-down waterfront plan feels like a condescending insult as well. For the longest time, I could not understand why the port and our elected officials have not only completely abandoned the approved Bridge to Breakwater Grand Promenade plan, but they attempt to make you feel like a loon for even mentioning it. How is this possible when the vast majority of voting residents that I've spoken to on this subject are completely on board with our vision, when the facts of the past and the present are clearly explained to them? How is this possible when the vast majority of them agree that a fully developed waterfront is San Pedro and Wilmington's key to becoming an economic powerhouse, as opposed to a poverty-stricken, dependent, and homeless wasteland at the hands of those who rule us from afar? When you are sitting on a gold mine, who in their right mind decides to plant corn for economic development? It doesn't make sense. The size of this operation and the money involved, combined with an uninformed and apathetic public, makes this setting particularly ripe for not only huge corporations being able to write their own checks, but local control by a few with self-interest when it comes to the use of our local resources. It feels and it shows. This is particularly frustrating when we know that our message represents the majority of the voting public, and so far our mayor has not even graced us with a whisper. So far we have not even been able to get this body to address our request for a public presentation on something that could quite possibly doom our area economically for the next 100 years. And then you all wonder why John Papadakis comes up here and has this anger. I don't know what else you guys would expect from us. Thank you.